All right, let's get into objective 2 of our particle behavior unit. So we're going to talk about changes, how you can change from one state of matter to the next. Remember, we talked about the states of matter being solid, liquid, and gas. We said in solid, the particles move, but in place, they're just moving kind of slowly, not strong enough to overcome that attraction. Liquid, they move a little bit more and they can overcome some of the attraction. And gas molecules, we said, are spread out the furthest and move the fastest. So we're talking about how can we change from one to another. Well, in order to change from a solid to a liquid to a gas backwards to a liquid kind of backwards to a solid, you have to gain or lose energy. Remember, the more energy you add, the faster molecules move. So if we add enough energy to a solid, it will melt. And I would make sure you put that part in your notes too, that this would require adding energy. And the reason being, we need to make those solid molecules have enough energy to move fast enough to break apart from each other, and now they can flow around like liquid. And this is what it says here. This is the fancy word, but we don't need it for the test, endothermic. For a solid to melt, the particles have to take in enough energy that they're able to move faster and past each other. And once they're able to move past each other, that's what a liquid is. So if we look here, remember on the left here that I'm circling, this is a solid. And if we heat it and supply energy to it, the molecules start to, move back and forth faster and faster and faster until they have enough energy where they can slide past each other and turn into a liquid. That's what melting is. Going from a solid to a liquid because you've added energy to let those molecules move faster. Evaporation, we're going from a liquid to a gas. Not on the test, that's called endothermic. And to go from a liquid to a gas, well, look at the picture. The molecules have to move fast enough where they can not be attracted at all to each other. So that means they need more energy. So I would add that to my notes. The definition, and that we need to add energy in order to evaporate. Freezing, again, exothermic, not on the test, but freezing is when we go from a liquid to a solid. To do that, we need to lose energy because the molecules need to slow down. We start off here as a liquid where they're able to move a little bit past each other. If we slow them down enough, they're stuck right next to each other and they turn to a solid. So freezing, you're going to lose energy, and it's going from a liquid to a solid. Last but not least, condensation is going from a gas to a liquid. And to do that, energy is going to be lost because when we're a gas, we're moving really fast. We have to slow down to the point where we're actually a little bit attracted to each other now, and that's a liquid. So again, energy is lost. Make sure, this was a short one, make sure your notes have the following. That substances have to gain or lose energy to change state, and know which ones are which. So include the definitions of these 4 states of matter change, these phase changes, and remember, melting, you add energy. Evaporation, you add it. Freezing, you lose. And condensation, you lose energy as well. Remember, when we say add or lose, we're talking energy. Once you finish your notes, take the practice quiz a few times until you understand all the questions, and you should be good for the